Hey everybody, I'm here today to tell you how to stop your car when brakes fail. If you are in the unfortunate situation where your brakes have failed and your brakes are not working, I'm going to show you exactly what you need to do to bring your car to a complete stop safely and effectively. Let's get right to it. I'm going to turn the camera around so I can show you exactly what to do. All right, I'm going to break it down into a step-by-step tutorial. Step number one is stay calm. I know that your immediate reaction will likely be to panic and freak out when you push your brakes and you realize that they're not working. But that's one of the worst things that you can do. Staying calm will allow you to do the other steps effectively. Staying calm will allow you to remember what I'm telling you in this video and remember what to do and actually do those things. So step number one is stay calm. Step number two, put your hazards on. Just like that. When you put your hazards on, it will let the other drivers know in front of you and behind you and potentially around you that something is wrong with your car, that you are experiencing some sort of vehicle difficulty. And when you put your hazards on, when people see your hazards on, they'll give you some extra space because they know that something is wrong. And that extra space can be very, very useful in bringing your car to a stop safely and effectively when your brakes have failed. So put your hazards on is step number two. Step number three is downshift. Now, if you drive a manual car, it's easy to downshift. Push the clutch in, shift to a lower gear, release the clutch. That will slow your car down. Now, if you're in an automatic car, there are a few different options. In most automatic cars, they'll have either a shifting option over here on the shifter. So I would switch into the option like that, which would allow me to downshift. Okay. There's also sometimes in modern automatic cars, paddle shifters, which allow you to downshift. In some older cars, there are different options. If you don't have this right here, there are options like the number 2 and the number 1 and even the letter L that will allow you to downshift the car. The one thing that I will tell you is make sure that you're downshifting into appropriate gears. You don't want to downshift into too low of a gear and harm your engine. So when you downshift, make sure you know that to downshift into a gear that is appropriate for your engine speed and your vehicle speed. You don't want to damage your engine trying to bring your car to a stop. So step number 3, once again, is downshift. Step number 4 is pump your brakes. What you want to do is pump your brakes. Sometimes that might allow your brakes to start potentially working again or even start barely working again. It might slow you down. It's worth a try. Pump your brakes and see if it helps. That is step number 4. And last but not least, step number 5. As you've downshifted and you're slowing the car down, and after you've tried pumping your brakes, your last resort to bring the car to a stop is to use your emergency brake. Now, there is a specific way to do this, so please pay attention and listen closely. I have an emergency brake right over here. Now, what you don't want to do is crank your emergency brake like that. That's one of the worst things that you can do, because what will happen is your car will likely skid to a stop. You'll lose control completely, and that's not good. What you want to do instead, my emergency brake is down right now. What you want to do instead is press and hold that button in, and you want to slowly raise the lever up. Just like that, slowly. And what that will do is that will slowly apply the emergency brake. It will act similar to the way that your car brakes. You want to slowly and gradually bring it up. It's going to start slowing the car down. When the car's almost at a complete stop, you can fully pull it up, and that will just bring the car to a nice, smooth, and slow stop, okay? Very, very, once again, very slowly. Press and hold, slowly bring it up. Just like that. And when the car is at a complete stop, you can then release it in the engaged position, which will make sure that your car remains stopped, because you don't want to bring your car to a stop and then, your emergency brake is down and then it keeps going. That's not what you want. So you want to slowly bring it up, just like that. And then when it comes to a complete stop, hold it up just like that. All right. Now, one other quick note. I want to tell you, do not turn your car off when your brakes have failed. Because if you turn your car off, you're going to lose your power steering, which is going to make it much harder to maneuver the car. And if your brakes have failed, you want to have as much steering control as possible. You don't want to have failed brakes and then you don't have any power steering. One of the worst things that you can do, leave your car running. Let your engine run. It will power the power steering. It will provide power to your power steering components, which will allow you to maintain control throughout the entire process, steering control throughout the entire process. Once again, if you're in the unfortunate situation in which your brakes have failed, follow the steps in this video and you will be able to safely and effectively and smoothly bring your car to a stop. When you've brought your car to a stop, don't keep driving it if your brakes have failed. Get it towed to a mechanic shop or to someone who can actually look at the car and fix your brakes, fix the problem. Don't drive it again once you've brought the car to a stop, no matter how close you are to your house. All right, and that's basically it. I really hope that you've enjoyed this video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. Be sure to subscribe for more car videos just like this one. And that's all I have for you today. Thanks for watching.